morning. Welcome to English lesson with Teacher Izzatul. How are you today, class? Before we start our lesson, let's look at our learning objectives for today. By the end of the lesson, pupils will be able to understand the main characters of the story, label the correct adjectives to the correct picture. Our topic today is language art. Do you still remember the King of Kites? Now, we are going to look at the characters in the story. What is characters? Characters are people in the story. Let's watch a video about characters and characteristics.
Characters and characteristics. There are two very important characters in this story. Do you know who they are? This is Anil. This is Anil's mother. Can you describe their personalities? What kind of people do you think they are? Remember, we use adjectives to describe a person. Also, provide a reason based on the story. For example, I think Anil is a clever boy because he can mend kites for his friends. And I think Anil's mother is a talented woman because she can sew beautiful clothes. So, let's think of other characteristics to describe Anil and his mother. Read the book again and see which event catches your eye. Then, think of a suitable adjective to describe the character. Fill in the bubble map for Anil and his mother. Remember, there are no right or wrong answers, as long as you can explain why you think that way. Are you ready to check your answers? Here are my answers. It's okay if we don't have the same answers because different people have different perspectives towards the story. Let's start with Anil. I think Anil is a helpful person because on page 5, he helped his friends to mend the kites when they got broken. Besides, he helped to buy supplies for his mother on page 18. He didn't complain even though he had promised to make the kites. I also think he is a humble person because even though the other children called him the King of Kites, he did not show off with his skills. Moreover, he is such a thoughtful boy. He wanted to make 12 kites for the bride. He wanted to honor her on her wedding day. Can you imagine what a celebration it would be to have so many colorful kites in the sky? You can read this on page 12. Finally, I think he is a talented boy because of the way the writer wrote about his handicraft on page 10. He set to work and his fingers flew. The word flew here doesn't literally mean his fingers flew away. No, it means he was good at what he does, that his fingers were very fast at making kites. That's why he is talented. Now let's talk about Anil's mother. I think Anil's mother is a hardworking woman because she spent all day sewing new clothes for the whole village. You can read about this on page 17. I also think she's helpful because after all the clothes she's sewn, she helped Anil to decorate the kites. This was mentioned on page 26. Besides that, she's a kind woman. She helps the women by mending their old clothes. This was mentioned on page 7. Furthermore, she's a resourceful person. On page 20, when she ran out of paper for her sari patterns, she used Anil's kite paper. She also used his strings when she ran out of thread. This showed that she's full of creative ideas in problem solving. And that's what I think of Anil and his mother.
Let's look at the main character. The main character is Anil. Anil is the king of kites. On page 4, it says Anil knew about kites, how to make and mend them. Next, Anil is also very thoughtful. He is also obedient and filial, diligent, helpful, and patient. Let's look at all the adjectives that describe Anil. What is adjectives? Adjectives mean kata sifat. Anil is clever, helpful, humble, thoughtful, and talented. You can see all of these characteristics in the book, and you can also refer to the previous slide. Let's discuss about Anil's mother. Anil's mother is Queen of Needles. She is also very patient and careful. On page 6, she knew how to cut cloth, sew and stitch seams. She is also very hardworking. On page 17, it says, all day long she cut and sewed and stitched. But she is also selfish, which is a negative trait. Page 14, you don't have time for kites. Anil, I need your help and I need your sequins and your ribbons. But she is also very helpful and supportive. On page 26, Anil's mother helped him to decorate the kites. Now, let's look at all the adjectives that describes Anil's mother. Anil's mother is talented because she can make all kinds of saris. She is also hardworking because she makes a lot of saris. She is also helpful because she helps Anil. She is also a very kind woman because she accepts all the orders for saris from the whole village. She is also very resourceful because she asks Anil for the sequins. Now, we are going to talk about Anil's friends. Anil's friends are trustworthy, reliable, and supportive. On page 24. When Anil woke up the next morning, 12 kites lay outside his house, the kites he had made for his friends long ago. These are the proof that his friends are very reliable and supportive. Now, it's activity time. I have prepared you with one online activity and one offline activity.